Hey everyone, welcome back to Zen and Bay. My name is Clay, and today I finally did it. I finally did it.
I'm about to say, hey, yo, come
Today I released my book, Change Happens Now, Breaking the Patterns That Run Your Life, and I could not be more excited or more happy about it. The book is up for sale now on our website, shop.zenandbaylife.com, where you can get both the digital version and the printed paperback version, and I highly recommend that you get yourself a copy. Change Happens Now is a book that I started writing about 10 years ago, but back then life was lifing, I was working, and I just feel like I really didn't have the real opportunity to sit down and finish it the way I wanted to. The one thing I learned about traveling like this is that when you change your environment, it tends to give you open space and opportunity to focus on the things that are important to you in life. Being out in Thailand and Vietnam the last few months, it really gave me a sense of clarity and a headspace that I hadn't had in a long time. And I really was able to sit down and just focus on the book and get it done. Change Happens Now is not your typical self-help or self-improvement book. It's a 10-part system that I basically built for myself to help me deal with things like self-doubt or these imagined scenarios where I wouldn't even try something because I just pictured the worst outcome before I even gave it a shot or even really tried. A lot of us struggle because we have these exact same feelings come up and they make us feel like something is wrong with ourselves. We keep asking, why can't I step through this door? Why can't I do this? When we know we have the talent, but we just don't do it. What we don't understand is that there's nothing wrong with us. We're just trying to fight against an evolutionary system that has been designed to keep us protected and keep us safe. These feelings that we feel in these imaginary scenarios that keep us from walking through the door are part of a predictive system that the body and the mind uses to keep us safe from the unknown. Because what is unknown could be dangerous. Thousands of years ago, that same system helped keep us alive and keep us protected from getting eaten by saber-toothed tigers or, lions or whatever. You might be staring into a cave thinking, hey, this might be future shelter, but because you can't see all the way in there, you start imagining what could be inside there. The fears come up, the anxiety, the heart rate, the fast breathing. You don't know what's in that cave. And so all this stuff comes up to help protect you in case you got to bolt up out of there. The fight or flight system kicks in. Because the system doesn't know the difference between a lion eating you or a saber-toothed tiger eating you, or you just trying to do an Instagram post, it still protects you in the same way. That's why when you try to post something that you want to post or you want to share some art or something like that, the system kicks back in, the anxiety kicks back in, the fight or flight kicks back in, the heavy breathing and all of that stuff kicks back in because it wants to keep you protected. It wants to keep you safe when all you want to do is share your art. These days, it's not the saber-toothed tiger that's going to eat you. It's the online haters and the negative comments that you're worried about. And so you don't post your stuff because, that fear, it's the same fear. What makes this even worse is that not only did you not share your stuff, but your internal system is giving you an excuse as to why you didn't do it. It could be something like, oh, it's not the right time of day for me to post. I'm not gonna get as many likes as I want, or oh, the caption isn't quite right yet. I have to wait and fix that and I'll post later. Whatever the case may be, it's your internal system that's giving you that excuse so that you don't feel bad later on about not posting. Your system is keeping you safe in the known world that you're familiar with, even if that known world isn't where you want to be anymore and is doing more damage than good. What's an even bigger problem than that is if you keep repeating this behavior, it ends up becoming a habit, and a repeated habit ends up becoming part of your identity. All this is happening without you even being consciously aware about it. The system runs so that you don't have to think about it. The problem is, when you don't know that it's happening, it can feel like you have no control over your life and you keep getting the same outcomes no matter how much you want things to change. Change Happens Now uses mindfulness techniques backed by neuroscience to help us recognize when these automated patterns kick in and what we could do to help prevent them from shaping our life decisions. It's not a book that's going to tell you what to think or show you how to work against the system. It's a book that shows you how to work with the system instead. Anyone who knows me knows that I've been fascinated with the mind and system building for over a decade. I was a systems engineer and spent 10 years at a software company at my last job. I have been practicing mindfulness and meditation for over 20 years now and have been researching how the mind and body connection works for just as long. Personally, for me to really understand something, I have to see it explained in many different ways. That's why this book relies on ancient wisdom, neuroscience, and modern day philosophy, and not just feel good woo woo talk. Everything in this book is not just backed by science, but it's also backed by my own direct experience. I'm only sharing the things that I have personally used and personally seen work. Change Happens Now is the packaging of everything that I've learned and everything that I've practiced over the last 20 years of my life. My life has not been perfect at all, and it's not supposed to be. But whenever I felt myself drifting off course or going down a path that wasn't in alignment with what I wanted for myself, I would return back to this framework and help get myself back on track. So what now? Well, if you haven't guessed it yet, this is the Zen part of Zen and Bay. Now that the book is done, I'll be sharing more with you guys about what I've learned about mindfulness, meditation, abundance, manifestation tips and techniques. I'll also be sharing more about upcoming courses and workshops that dive deeper into these techniques and practices that I share in the book, as well as on our channel. My deepest and sincerest hope is that when you purchase this book and really follow the practices, that will help you create the change that you want in your life and really help you achieve the deep desires that you want for yourself. Change doesn't happen in some distant future down the road when you feel like you're finally ready. Change happens now when you have all the wisdom and all the understanding within yourself to finally make it happen. Like I said, the book is up for sale now on our website, shop.zenabaylife.com, in both the paperback and the digital version, and I highly encourage everyone to get a copy for themselves. Make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Also, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want to talk about. It could be anything from mindfulness and meditation techniques to abundance and manifestation tips. I really love this stuff, and I love sharing it and talking about it with you guys. Until next time, I'm Clay from Zen and Bay.
I'm gonna say, Ayo, Colin.